Why Nancy has 8 very thin legs. Once upon a time, there lived a spider named Anansi. Anansi loved to taste the food that others in the village made. One day, he met his good friend Rabbit.
"There are greens in your pot,"
cried Anansi excitedly. Anansi loved greens.
"They are not quite done,"
said Rabbit.
"but they will be soon. Stay and eat with me." "I would love to, Rabbit, but I have some things to do down by the river,"
Anansi said.
"I know,"
said Anansi.
"I'll spin a web. I'll tie one end to your pot. When the greens are done, tug on the web, and I'll come running."
Rabbit thought that was a great idea. And so it was done.
"I smell beans."
Nancy sniffed excitedly.
Delicious beans cooking in a pot. "Come and eat our beans with us,"
cried the monkey.
"They are almost done." "I would love to, Father Monkey, but I have some things to do down by the river,"
said Anansi. He knew if he waited at Father Monkey's house with him and his many children, he would certainly have jobs for him to do. Anansi suggested he spin a web, with one end tied around his leg and one end tied to the big bean pot. Father Monkey thought that was a great idea. All his children thought so too. And so it was done.
"I smell wheat porridge." "Wheat porridge covered with sweet brown sugar, one of my favorites." "Anansi,"
called his friend Zebra,
"my pot is full of wheat porridge and brown sugar. Come share my food with me." "I would love to, friend Zebra, but I have some things to do down by the river."
For he knew if he waited at Zebra's house, Zebra would certainly give him jobs to do. Again, Anansi suggested he spin a web, with one end tied around his leg and one end tied to the wheat porridge pot. His friend Zebra thought that was a great idea, and so it was done.
"I smell sweet potatoes."
Anansi sniffed happily as he ambled along.
"Sweet potatoes and honey, I do believe." "Anansi,"
called his friend Lion,
"my pot is full of sweet potatoes and honey. Come share my food with me." "I would love to, friend Lion, but I have some things to do down by the river,"
said Anansi. Again, Anansi suggested he spin a web, with one end tied around his leg and one end tied to the sweet potato pot. His friend Lion thought that was a great idea, and so it was done. Just then, Anansi felt a tug at his leg.
"Ah,"
said Anansi.
"that is the web string tied to Rabbit's greens."
Then he felt another tug, stronger than the first.
"Oh my,"
he thought.
"this is a web tied to Monkey's pot of delicious beans."
Just then he felt another tug, and yet another, each one stronger than the one before. Anansi was pulled 4 ways at once.
"Oh dear,"
said Nancy fretfully as he felt the fifth web string fall. and the 6th, and the 7th, and the 8th. Nancy pulled this way and that way, as everyone pulled on the web strings at once. His legs went thinner and thinner, and Nancy rolled. And Nancy rolled quickly into the river. When all the web strings had washed away, Nancy pulled himself painfully up on shore.
Oh my,
Sighed Nancy as he wobbled slowly, unsteadily, and hungrily home.
Perhaps that was not such a good idea after all.
To this day, Anansi the Spider has 8 very thin legs, and he never got any food that day at all.